Panagdait sa tanan and welcome to our Contemporary Philippine Arts from the Regions class or Humanities 13. I am your teacher, Sir Justin Romer S. Monteron. You can call me Sir Justin or Sir Romer. For our lesson today, we will be talking about art in the contemporary times. Last meeting, we already learned that contemporary arts refers to the artwork of today because contemporary art is actually an era of art which is in the 21st century or today. So here are the different principles or elements of art in the contemporary times, namely appropriation, performance, space, hybridity, and technology. I'm very sure that some of us are already familiar now with some of the terms here, and some are not. For those who are not yet familiar, do not worry because we'll be discussing each of these elements or principles one by one. To start with, let's go to appropriation. So it is partnered by a sample picture, no, or a sample artwork. We have here a cute picture of Mona Lisa. I'm very sure that everyone knows Mona Lisa. In the world of artwork, Mona Lisa is a painting that is a very classic painting. So unsa man gyud ni si appropriation based aning kuan sample picture or artwork na atong nakita diri. So to help us with that, here is the definition. Appropriation is an existing artwork which is appropriated to form another artwork. So therefore, kaning appropriation, it refers to a ready-made artwork, preferably artworks from the classical era or artworks from the previous era tapos gidala nato siya sa contemporary nga era and then natay gi-add nga mga information or details rather so that mahimo siyang up-to-date kunuhay. Another definition is contemporary artist revives interest to existing forms of art. So, aning example nato, giunsa man pag-revive ang interest. So, the interest has been revived in a way that ang posing ni Mona Lisa diri is modern. So, as you can see, mura siya um, the out the artwork reveals a somewhat a mirror shot, nag-mirror shot kunuhay si Mona Lisa. So this is an example of appropriation. Any artwork, an existing artwork nga gihimo siyang modern by adding details sa modern world. So this is just a one example, no, and we also have lots of examples pa sa appropriation. Some are funny and some is medyo insulting na po siya sa part sa mga kuano sa mga artworks, but all in all appropriation is a type of contemporary art. One example po ani is kanang I'm sure familiar ta ani kanang makita na to nga picture ni Jose Rizal nga gaantipara. So aside from a ready-made artwork, appropriation also caters figures or people from the past nga ato ang gi-revive giat butangan gi-paint na to or gahimo tag out artwork base nila tapos gaad tag mga details that will make them look contemporary or modern, such as si Jose Rizal nga ga-shades or nanigarilyo. Sorry for the term. Let's proceed to performance. So, kaning performance, it refers to performing arts. I'm very sure kailan na mo anino. So it is an interpretation rather of human activities such as poverty, commercialism, war, and then pwede po siya nga mga daily activities sa tao such as chores, routines, or rituals. To sum it up, ang performance refers to anything that a group of people does. Mao na siya ang performance. Anything that a group of people does in front of a public. Guide that nga, it is an interpretation of human activities, such as kaning mga examples nga naa diri. Let's proceed to the next example because I'm very sure that you are already familiar with performance. For this one, the next element is about space. So kaning space, it talks about the art form which is performed and positioned in specific spots, especially in public places. So kaning space is wala kayo ni siya, di kayo nato ni siya makita sa pagadian, but we can see this in televisions. If you have noticed in some of commercials in the television, we can see in public places in some other countries na sila mga artworks nga naa sa public. In our example sa image dere, it is somewhat an artwork using different colors tapos natay mga curves dira. So another definition, okay, wala siya laing definition. So for us to better understand unsa ning space, these are actually giant, not giant, but figures or artworks that can occupy a large amount of space. I think the best example nga makita nato sa paghidian aning space is our dancing fountain. So the dancing fountain is placed in our plaza, and then for obvious reasons, so nindot kay siya lantawon na. So that is an example of artwork under space, anything that can consume space. The next one is hybridity. Actually, this is actually one of my favorite contemporary art. As what you've noticed, here we have an artwork made of coffee. So this is an artwork portraying Spider-Man. Tapos, ang gigamit nga medium niya for the coloring is koan, coffee. Coffee ang gigamit. So, unsa gyud ining hybridity? Hybridity is mixing of unlikely materials to produce an artwork. Sorry for that. So, hybridity, okay, going back to hybridity from the word hybrid, meaning to say dili siya normal. So, for us to better understand hybridity, we can also define it as using materials that are not actually meant for that artwork, such as in this example. This is actually a painting. 'Di ba kung mag-paint man ta atong gamiton is paintbrush of course for the tools, and then other materials is the paint itself for the coloring material. But instead of using the paint, we are using coffee or other forms of or other materials that is not intended for painting unta. So mao na ang hybridity, using other materials to form a specific art. Aside from painting, another example ani is kanang katong high school pabitaw ta. I'm not sure if na-try ninyo, but I'm sure majority siguro nakatry og himog sculpture carvings using the perla soap. So mo na example nga hybridity. Okay, kanang sculpture using perla soap, it is a type of hybridity because based sa atong previous discussion, ang mga unsa na sculpture should always be made using unsa may mga medium. It could be wood, stone, marble, so on and so forth. So nahimo to siyang hybridity nga example because unlikely yapon siya. Sabon man gyud gigamit ato. The last one is technology. Okay, for obvious reason, no, this is the use of technology to portray artworks. Diri na po na belong to mga digital arts, and I'm using here in our example is a building which can produce a building that has a screen. So I think because I think this is the best example for technology manggod, but actually it also talks about any art in the digital world. It can also refer to grabe itong mga gipang share na to sa Facebook ng mga artworks. So, that can also be included as artwork in technology. So, any artwork that we use, that we do using gadgets. So, mao na siya ang technology. And that is all for today. So, very short na to ang discussion, no? So, for further questions or further information, you can always check the materials that I've uploaded in your Google Classroom account, but sometimes the materials is not enough as well as this video discussion. If you have anything to say or any form of concerns, you can always contact me at my Facebook account that is provided in your Google Classroom. Please be sure to contact me anytime during weekdays between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So be sure to check your Google Classroom and answer your activities and submit them before the deadline. Thank you and God bless.